I have here the iPhone 11 and I think this is a very powerful tool. So in this whole video, I will film everything down basically using the iPhone, and also on the editing part, just a simple apps on the iPhone to film this whole property video. Hi everyone, my name is Kevin. I'm the Chief Agency Director of ERA and the founder of Preeminent Group. Today, I just want to use this simple video to guide you through how you can use your iPhone 11 only to film your property video. As you know, during this COVID-19 circuit breaker, there's a separation between agents and their clients and their buyer. So the only way to view your property is through a digital viewing. And I think in a digital presentation, a video is very important. I just want to guide you through how you can use your iPhone to film down the footage from your house and eventually pass it to your agents and so that they can edit it. And of course, today this video is shot entirely on the iPhone 11 with just my wife at the back helping me with this. No pro gimbal or DSLR, long lens, just a very simple iPhone 11. It should be easy and everyone can do it. So in this video, I want to really share with you just some practical tips, very easy to learn and just steps of 1, 2, 3. So let me show you how you can do it in simple steps. To make a good property video, there's only 3 simple steps. Plan, shoot, and edit. Number 1, planning. I think planning is the most important. A good planning will reduce the amount of time needed to edit the production. In the planning stage, I'll probably use a pen and a post-it to write down which part of the house do you want to start off and flow towards which part. I think in the intro, in the beginning, it's best to feature one special feature of your house. It could be your appliances, it could be your living hall, the renovation. So usually I'll start from the living hall and I'll plan towards the master room and flow to the junior rooms and end off at the kitchen. Now the second part, I think timing is very important. I recommend anything from morning 8 o'clock to about 10 o'clock. Avoid the midday as this will easily cause overexposure. And I think 4 to 6 o'clock is also a very good slot. And of course, open up your window and make the house as bright as you can. Now, part 3 is tidiness. I think this part can be easy or difficult depending on the house, to hide all the skeleton. And I think cleaning up your house, making it very tidy, to put things aside, allow the house to be more spacious, and I think this is a very important point. Now we go to part 2, which is a more interesting part because it's the actual shooting. I'll go to my iPhone and on my camera, and on video mode, I will choose the 4K, which is better than the HD, and I'll choose 30 frames per second instead of 60 frames because the lights will cause the flickering on the screen, and I'll go to a wide angle so that I can capture more, and importantly, I will film it in a landscape mode and not a portrait mode. The framing of your video is also very important. So it's a very common mistake. People always hold the camera tilted down or tilted up. Right? This will distort the lines. So you got to hold your camera as straight as possible and find a straight line in your filming. Most people hold their cameras either too high or too low. Most important is eye level, camera straight, lock your elbow if you're doing panning on left to right, even top to down. At eye level and make sure your camera is straight. And I think today iPhone has this built-in stabilizer that will really improve the footage. So here's another tip, how to overcome space constraint. Filming in a small room is not easy. So find a wall, corner or wall, move as back as you can, still holding the camera eye level. So here's how you maximize the view. Right? You lean back as much as you can and you pan left and right, holding the camera eye level and as close as it to your body. I'll share with you how you can shoot bathroom, which is usually the smallest place in the home. So now I'm shooting the bathroom. As you can see, I can see myself. So for bathroom, I will switch back to normal angle. And because when you're in normal angle, I will then hold the phone steadily, eye level, and I will pan and bending my waist down, not my camera, and then I will pan up, slow and steady, and I'll come back, and that's how you do it. Now, here's another tip, moving shots. But the problem of moving shots, it's usually people will just take and walk and you'll bounce up and down, and that's not so good. So for moving shots, still landscape, lock your elbow, bend a little bit, and importantly, move like a ninja. Hold your breath, slowly, move like a ninja, and this will greatly make your shots and footage more interesting. So now I'll share with you how to take shots of your kitchen appliances. So for me, I will be careful and avoid shooting straight because I can see my reflection, because most appliances I have a glass and I'll shoot at an angle. But you can actually, instead of a static shot, do a simple slider shots like that, keeping the subject in the middle, holding still. And now we are shooting the kitchen. Actually, you can use all the tips that I've given to you in the kitchen, but just one more thing. I will usually remove the cables from the appliances to keep them tidy while you're shooting, and I think this is a very important part. Wow, so now it's the editing part, and it'll take a couple of minutes, so get yourself a coffee and enjoy the editing process. But what I'm trying to emphasize here is I focus more on the filming of the footage and less on the editing, and the feature should be on the property. So number one, I'll go through my camera roll, and for one shot I will take about 3 to 4 times. Why? So that I can choose the best shots, and I'll delete away those that I think are not taken properly or the wrong shots, and I'll keep those important shots. Then I'll use the original iPhone editing tools, and it's very simple. Just hit edit on the video, and then you just click the automatic enhancement, and that will brighten up things automatically. And I think iPhone has done a very good job, so no worries about that. So once you're done with editing, alright, then next you go to the app which I will recommend. It's called InShot. Of course, you can use any other apps like Lightroom or Quick, but I like to use InShot because basically the function of the apps for me is to piece the video taken together. I mean, my emphasis, if you understand from my video, is more on the filming of the footage, less on the editing. Too much effect is actually not very good. For me, I will only add in music. Most importantly, not loud music, not music that is heavy metal, with lyrics. No, basically just smoothing, chill music will be good enough. So adding some information, key informations as part of the shots might be helpful. And of course, the main info of the project using InShots. So that's about it for me. I don't make it so fancy, very loud and very huge. No, just focusing on keeping it together. That will be good enough for me. Just click export. And this is the video that I've done purely using an iPhone 11. Well, I hope you have enjoyed the video and learned a couple of tips from my video. And during this period, I hope everyone stays safe, stay healthy, and most important, get your property sold.